Well, hello there. My name is JJ Asgard, and today I have the privilege to work with Flores here to show something really awesome off with IBM and 1password. Um, if you see here in front of me, I have IBM business machines for our public GitHub. And Flores, what are we gonna do today? Tell me what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we're gonna pull and push some code, commit some code, all with SSH keys loaded from 1password. So you don't have to keep an SSH key file locally on your disk anymore. I'll keep it within 1password, easily sync it between multiple machines, and I'll authorize the requests with Touch ID.
So that sounds pretty cool. So we already use 1password pretty extensively at IBM. So to have this already built in, this is a great opportunity to make life a little bit easier. So as you notice here too, this is also on our public GitHub org. I just want to make that very clear. This is not for this is just so we can play around on GitHub, and this also works for all of GitHub too, right? So we'll be able to actually see how this all plays out together. We're just doing instead of IBM because it's easy, so we can kind of show that one. But this also works for all of GitHub and anything you need to really do with SSH keys. Do you want to give a quick little rundown what an SSH key is real quick so everyone understands what we're doing here?
Yeah, sure. So you can use SSH keys to communicate from one machine to another machine. You have a private key and a public key, so you don't need to have a shared secret between the two machines. You can sign a request with the private key that stays local. In our case, it doesn't even leave the 1password local process, but you can then use it to authenticate to another machine. So that's useful for Git, but also for many other use cases as well.
Awesome. I love it. All right. So if I go to here, and we created a nice little fake little repository. It's called, interestingly enough, great name here, 1password IBM demo. Nice and easy. So I've got 1password installed, as you can see right here. I have installed the plugin to Safari up here to make sure that Safari knows about my 1password. What do I do next? How do I make this happen?
Yeah, so previously, the way to create SSH keys is to use the SSH keygen command. And yeah, I always have to Google it because I always forget. So, but fortunately, we actually don't need to use that anymore. We don't need to Google this anymore because you can now just go to the GitHub settings or any other settings where you can upload your public key. If you go there.
So normally I would go through my username, but I already have this already open up right here as we see SSH keys, which is right here.
Yeah, and then if you click new SSH key.
New SSH key. And
so and if you can click on the on the public key box at the bottom.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Right, and then you click here, create SSH key right from the browser. And that's only if you have the browser extension available. And this will open a little pop-up to generate. You can also change the key type if you want. So, for example, here it says ED25519, but you can also do RSA. And it also gives you a little instruction about the different considerations for the different key types. But yeah, ED25519 is the best one, the fastest and most modern standard. So if you click create and fill, this will generate a new private key on the fly, store it securely within 1password, and it will automatically fill in the public key into the public key box on GitHub.
I don't believe you. I want to see it happen. Thinking about it. All right. You got me. You got me.
And then if you click add SSH key, then GitHub will know about the public key.
Yep. Let me put this in real quick. I know I should probably change this to not SMS. I know. I'm being bad.
You can also store the TOTP in 1password, and then it will automatically fill it in as well.
I really should do that too.
That's for a different demo.
Okay, here we go. Right here.
All right, cool. And now if you open the 1password desktop app, you can see that the SSH key is created in your private vault.
Right here.
Yeah, so there it is. Cool. And now, as you can see, you have the public key, the fingerprint, private key, etc. But there's also a little banner there at the top and that says, so if you want to use this key locally, because storing the key in 1password is cool, but it's only useful if you can also use it in your local workflows with your Git clients, your IDE, with your terminal, etc. And for that, we're going to enable the 1password SSH agent. So if you click on the white button, the Open Developer Settings, this will allow you to set up the SSH agent. So that's the big blue button.
Do you want to use the key names or fingerprints only?
Yeah, let's go with the key names.
Okay.
So now what we need to do is we need to add this snippet to our SSH config to tell all our SSH clients to use the 1password SSH agent. So if you can either do that manually or you can click add it automatically. All right. Okay. And now you can, if you go to the terminal or your Git client, wherever you're using Git from.
Oops, I was using it from here. All right.
Yeah, so you should now be able to fetch or pull or clone to GitHub.
All right, so if I go ahead and just do, this is a line of text. Oops. Git add, git commits, added a line of text. Git push. There you go. It pushed.
Wait. We might have to run this again. But
okay. Was it not supposed to push right there? You're supposed to ask me something? Oh, he's supposed to ask me for the fingerprint.
I think what's going on here, I think that you have as HTTPS, you have your HTTPS password set up as a Git credential helper. And I think that's what it's referring now. So the way to solve it is it's actually pretty easy. You can if you can change the Git remote to not say HTTPS but to say SSH, or just SSH : /
like that.
And put a Git at GitHub. Yeah. And now it prefers SSH. And if you then clear your terminal session, we could then that would be the moment to resume the video after editing.
Actually, you know what? I think this is pretty good. I mean, someone's going to run into this problem.
Okay.
Text. Push. There we go.
Yeah, and now there was a prompt.
That was pretty cool.
Use the key from 1password, and then you can approve that with Touch ID, without the key ever leaving the local 1password process. And this also works with Apple Watch, with Windows Hello, and also with Linux system authentication, whatever you use.
Dude, that's awesome. that is legitimately cool. Like I cannot stress enough, we don't see the keys, because now you don't have the keys in an insecure manner. Because how many times have you used that authorized keys file or whatever you're trying to do? This is now all built inside and already built into 1password. Like I don't know how to stress enough, from my standpoint in this world, this is really, really cool. And you don't need, I mean, okay, yes, using a YubiKey and things like that is a different type of technology, but this is a workflow that just with a couple clicks like we just did, and with a mistake, turns out it just works. I mean, come on. So is there anything else you want to mention or say? I mean, this feels like it's wrapped up and good.
Yeah, so the next step we can do is to also use 1password for commit signing, because
yes,
as just pulling and pushing, that's one use case for Git where you need secrets, but the other one is signing commits. That's the other half of the story, and you can also use the 1password SSH agent for that as well.
Let's do it.
And to set that up, you need to open the 1password desktop app again.
1password desktop app. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, and then as you can see, there's now if you close the settings.
Close the settings.
Yeah, there's now another banner that says next step, sign your Git commits. And then if you click on configure, this will open a little window. And here's is a snippet that you can add to your Git config. You can also click edit automatically again. And it will automatically edit your Git config to set up Git commit signing with 1password for all your local SSH clients and Git clients. So if you now go back to the terminal again. Oh no, no, sorry. No, you first need to tell GitHub that to register this key for signing. That's
It's under my profile again over here.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you click if you click new SSH key again.
New SSH key.
Yeah. And now key type you say signing key.
Okay.
And now you can choose to either generate a new key or you can use the same key.
Ha ha ha! Nice. I like it.
And then add that. Yeah, cool. And now you should be you can go to the terminal again.
Go to my terminal again. Okay. Add another line of text.
Add another line of text.
This should be fine. Add comment. Add a find line. Push.
Okay, I'll push this.
Because it was cached. My fingerprint was already cached. Is the reason why it worked, right?
Yeah, yeah. So even though Touch ID is very quick, the session is cached per application that you use it in. So in this case, it was Tmux, but it's the same thing for VS Code or whatever you're using.
Nice.
So if you now go to the GitHub repository and refresh or go to the commit history.
There we go. Added a signed line.
Yeah, and now you see verified badge, and if you click on it, on the verified badge, it says SSH key fingerprint, and that's the same key fingerprint that's in your 1password account, and all again without the private key leaving the local 1password process.
That is awesome. That is a complete story right there. That is a way to make sure that our developers are who they say they are with the toolings they already have. This is phenomenal. This is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, thank you. I don't want to say what else.
Yeah, and this works well on Linux and on Windows as well. This is not just even though we only showed it on Mac, same principles apply on Windows. If you've ever tried to install a GPG for Win, this is the new way to do it now.
Awesome. This is great. This is so awesome. Well, I want to say thank you for your time. I'm gonna stop the recording here. But then yeah, once again, 1password. It's makes your life a hell of a lot easier.
Thank you.